Yeah, I be over here playing with stuff, girl. Don't pay me no mind. I'm like, where'd she go? I can't hear her.
I know. I was like, oh, it's go time.
Oh, that's
I'm
hilarious.
I'm cracking up. I'm at my link. I don't know.
All right, my
It's
countdown
weird.
thing went off. My countdown thing went off. So let's see.
Mm-hmm.
It's saying that we live, but I don't know.
That's it that we're live.
Oh, there we go. It's saying that we live, but I don't know. Okay.
That's it that
Look,
we're live.
I look crazy on here, but it's okay. It's gonna be what it's gonna be today. My little stuff look pixelated on Facebook.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, but that's weird. Let me go back in. Maybe nope. It still looks pixelated. Oh well. I'm not concerned about that, honestly. Well, hi guys. Welcome to the live. All right. Y'all know I'm gonna let a couple people get in before I get started, but um we're here for you guys. Tonight we are going to be discussing oh there we go. I fixed it. We are going to be discussing websites and site engine optimization. So we have with us Tamara B, and she is the CEO and owner of Commumental. Am I saying that right? Right? Commumental
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
firm. Okay, so she does awesome websites, and she is also going to be a part of our Eat and Educate Business Formation series. Coming out to explain to you guys how to do things the correct way when operating your website and getting things off the ground properly. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna wait about another minute, let other people get in, and I don't care who in here. We just gonna start talking. I know y'all will catch it.
Okay. I guess why a little intro. Um. Yes, I'm Tamara B. I started as a graphic designer, started off making mixtape covers, flyers, menus, making personal little designs to other people asking me to make their design. Should we do with it? And obviously the internet is a great resource of why you need a website. So excited to get into that and how to make it the absolutely can with the resources that you have available to you. So
Love it. So, with that being said, in your intro, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm gonna do my little presentation, and then we're going to give the floor to Tamara because she loved talking too. Look, you about to learn today.
right.
So if you don't know who I am, my name is Tawana Green, and I am a business formation coach. I have been in business for myself as a caterer, event planner for 8 years now, but I also own a meal prep company, a planner company, and coaching, which is what you see here. So if you guys need any help with anything, I'm here for you. Okay. So what is it that we do here? We are a coaching firm that helps business owners gain clarity in their operational processes to have a clear vision in the building and recurring of revenue. So what we want to do is make sure that our clients know what their numbers are. We're going to teach you how to retain your clients, how to build business so that you can get the loans that you need. We're going to teach you how to qualify for those loans as well. And in the process of doing so, we're going to create standard operating procedures for your business so that you can begin the hiring process, which is what we ultimately all would like to do. We're going to protect your brand for you and your intellectual property by putting trademarks and copyrights on your products and your logos and things of that nature, so that if you decide later down the road it starts to get bigger, you don't have to worry about somebody stealing your ideas. Okay. We're going to obtain your licensing and your insurance through our program. And we're also going to roadmap your future sales, how that's going to look for you in a 2-year span, a 1-year span, a 5-year span, and kind of roadmap that so that we can come up with a marketing plan for you and get your digital content created so that you can have a professional looking website, or get found on Google when people are starting to look for you, which is what we will be discussing tonight. Okay.
Yep.
So what we're going to be kind of talking about is, we're going to skip that page, a little bit about myself. Okay. So with Team Marie Green Coaching, we were established back in 2019 as a call to the struggles that all these business owners I see facing, especially in the underserved communities. Like, we really are struggling with learning how to run our businesses properly, customer service, and getting engagement inside of our businesses. And what I really want to do is help them to gain funding that they need to be able to get these different things that they need. So the platforms, the virtual assistants, the hiring of the people that you need in place, and any structures that you may want to get down the road. So buildings, or you want to buy real estate for your business or whatever. And also, we're going to be gaining growth that you need to sustain the income that you have lost once you've transitioned from a 9-to-5 worker into becoming a full-time entrepreneur. I am here to help alleviate the fear of failure through proper business structuring, meeting funding requirements, and continued support through coaching. Okay. So my number one goal as a business coach is to get businesses in position to get funding. Okay. Because in the Black community and in the communities of color, we are the least amount of funded people when it comes to business funding. And it's a lot to do with the lack of knowledge. And that's where we come in with the education side, because we don't just want our clients to deal with us with one business. Say you want to start multiple businesses. We want to teach you that process so that you can come to us once and just come back as needed with coaching, but you don't have to keep coming back to us for the same things, like how to start an LLC, making sure that all of your things are the same across the board. So telephone number, address, and all of those things matter. Having a virtual presence matters. So having a website and things like that coming up on the search engines. These are very goal-oriented things that we focus on in my program so that we can get the funding that you need and continue to get the funding that you need. Also, as a fellow business owner, I have also seen that lack of systems, customer service skills, and knowledge base can hinder the growth of your business. So we're just here to propel you through into success through the strategies that we're going to cover today. So one of the strategies we're going to cover today, and that is through website building and site engine optimization. Okay. So what we do here, so what I do personally is I assess the client's business. I go through and we kind of see where the bottlenecks are in your business to figure out how we're going to get you around those bottlenecks. How are we going to save your business from destruction? Because a lot of times we don't understand the things that we do on a daily basis is what's causing our businesses to fail. So we have to be consistent with doing the right things daily. And that's how you start to see traction and growth within your business. So we start that process by assessing where you are in business. Then we come over here and create a plan or a roadmap, like I told you before, for your business. So that could be a 1-year, 2-year, 5-year roadmap to kind of see where you're trying to take this business and how to actually get there successfully. Okay. And then we're going to come up with a clear action plan where I'm not going to be holding your hand through this process. I allow you to do the work yourself. And then I check in to make sure that you're doing everything you need to be doing as a business owner to make sure that your business is excelling. Okay. So that's kind of how my processes work when I'm dealing with my customers. Our mission here at Team Marie Green Coaching is that we are ultimately focused on sound coaching, funding, and marketing services for companies seeking to promote their products all over the world. Okay, guys, we are not just Michigan. We're Michigan based, but I would like to work with clients all over so that I can help them do their businesses correctly so that they are in the realm of getting funding as well. or just being able to market their businesses and services to different countries to get other sales. Okay. Our focus is efforts are achieved through social connections. So having events and being able to show you how to network properly to help your brand grow, which helps your brand connect with your customers from all walks of life and learn more about what it is available throughout the world in financing. Okay. So behind the great, one of my favorite sayings is that behind every great human achievement, there is a team. Our products help entrepreneurs everywhere advance and unleash their potential. Okay. The value that you get from our services is that we render premium coaching experiences that is focused on growth, development, funding, and the creative processes of growing your business. We provide guidance to help assist you with technical services that help companies spend more time growing their businesses, which is what we ultimately all want to do, and to gain employees rather than wasting your time, money, and energy on tasks that are not productive for your business. We want to make sure that you are always being a productive business owner. Okay. And our vision is to help bridge the gap in education, business success, and funding for businesses in small and underserved communities. Okay. So a little bit about how I got started as a business owner. Back in 2014, I began my very first company, which was a home healthcare. Anybody that knows me knows I tell this story all the time. I was in business for all of 3 months and I pretty much shut the business down because I realized quickly that I did not know what I was doing. So the next venture I decided to start was a catering company, which was extremely successful. I still operate that company today, which is also branched into event planning and meal prepping. So the business is always ever growing. Okay. So in 2017, I was able to quit my full-time job at Ford Motor Company after 10 years and become my own boss full-time. And guys, listen, I went from making 80,000 a year plus to actually making that in my business while working at Ford Motor Company. So I just realized that it was just time to go. All right. So in 2019, after about $50,000 in courses and mentorships that I've paid into, I finally decided that I learned enough to teach other people. So I kind of branched out into becoming a business coach. And now I have customers all over that. Like I just absolutely love my clients. They and I can't wait to do a review for them and have some of them come on here and kind of tell you some of the things that we've helped them do, some of the great things we've helped them build as business owners. But in 2022, you know, we just kind of are pushing this forward to building this brand as big as it can be now that we have a little skin in the game. All right. So that's a little bit about me and my company, what it is that I do. That's the end of my presentation. We're going to end this with a quote. Always look on the bright side of your life. And I am a firm believer in being looking at the being optimistic and having a glass half full perspective on things in life, because you just really, the negative keeps becoming negative, more negative and more negative. So we don't want to expound on negativity. We want to wake up every day with a positive mindset, moving forward and knowing that no matter what we do, we are doing something better than what we did yesterday. So that's always my outlook on life, even when I'm having bad days. All right. So with that being said, we're bringing Tamara back on. She has her presentation, so I'm going to give her the floor, and she's going to kind of give you guys a walkthrough of everything that she does as a business owner and how she can help you guys with your websites and your site engine optimization. And she also does marketing as well, guys, so don't sleep on sis. Okay.
Hey, everyone. Again, I'm Tamara B, and I'm of Kami. Check me out at kamimental.com. But practically, our core focus is design and graphic design and content marketing. And with those things, you credibility and visibility for your business, and you can really take up space in this virtual growing, and you can take advantage of all the ways to just really communicate with your audience. And so I'm really excited today to just get into, why exactly you need a website to make it the best website that you absolutely can. And it's not as hard as you may think. It's absolutely kind of overwhelming. It can be daunting only because there's so many elements to a website, but frankly, it's enough one step at a time, and I'm going to tell you how. So if you could. Okay, perfect. Basically, you need a website for the general benefits that, of course, you may have a social media page already. You may have an Instagram for your business, have a Facebook page. You may have a YouTube channel, or even a LinkedIn personally for your, your profession. That is still not an owned channel for your brand, for you personally, where you can post what you like or make the messages or the updates that you'd like outside of anyone else. Not to say that social media doesn't have a place, but it's always great. And I'm going to always tell to take up space in this virtual world and absolutely take up space on these search engines because that's where they're searching for. So the visibility that you can gain from having a website and the credibility outside of social media, outside of word of mouth, or outside of the current things that you're doing with your business, a little bit of time and energy into the content that you're generating for your website specifically. Surprised at how much traffic you can gain and how much visibility you can gain. Also lead to funding, like Twana was saying. It leads to business. So let's go into just basically how to build the building credibility. Building credibility first, even though building visibility may take on some social media methods, but building credibility with what you have online starts with your design and your user experience. And just like customer store, your user experience is basically that customer service for your digital, your front facing, your brand online for your visitor. So you want to make sure that it's a safe and it's a secure visit for them, because no one wants a murky visit and being hacked. And also you want to look official. So I'm going to also talk about how you need an official email in the next slide. Okay, your design and UX. And UX is just your user experience. Similar to customers online, you're thinking about how people are going to use your website, which is the number one anyways. A lot of people think that they have to get online for the sake of getting online, and while that may be true, you have intent, you want to be intentional with what you're doing. Why are people using your website? Are they an e-commerce shop? You need to have your products visible at that point. Are you a portfolio in your business, or maybe the artwork or the media that you create? Then maybe that should be at the forefront. You want to make whatever call to action or whatever is the true content in the core of your business, and you want to make that clear to the user or the visitor of your site. And on this, you'll see this define, ideate, prototype, and test. And those are the steps that a good graphic designer and developer will take when it comes to looking at your website, because they're going to take those steps the user is going to need and what your brand and your website will need to for that online. So user experience is basically how people feel about a product. Sorry guys. User experience is how people feel about your digital product, because it's more than what they actually are coming across like tangibly when they're using your product. Because people first have that one time, because it takes 3 to 4 seconds usually when people visit something online, full impression of your brand. So with your user experience, you want to consider that with your design. Your context must really truly be realized in order for it to be a valuable and I'll get into the benefits of your SSL certificate. You need to guarantee safety and security for the visitor, because it's 2022 act, and people know when they see a fishy website, or if it's fake, or if it just does not. People just don't want to fall into those traps. And if it even on your mobile device to view things online, Most browsers will tell you if a web. I know we've all seen the examples below of the secure and not secure website, and you should SSO certificate, or if you're hosting through GoDaddy, a Wix, a Squarespace, and providers. If you're not going that route and you have WordPress as well, you're more able to provide you that SSO certificate, because at this point it just builds that credibility that you need. You're making sure that you have a safe and secure connection, and a safe certificate shows basically that your website is up to snuff, and it has basically that your users don't have to worry about looking at your website. They don't have to worry about privacy is definitely a huge issue, and you have to consider the cybersecurity. To a bit of the official email address, because with an official email address, you can cut down, view you as spam, and it does cut down on how, the security to go after certain contracts. If you're going to go after certain funding, you'll need, and if you're going to have that point of contact look official, you're going to have that. You're going to form it across all boards. And honestly, versus the free versions, you see Gmail below, and you're probably using a free version, but just for a few dollars, so many more services and tools for your business. I just use those. There's plenty easy go-tos that people can go and get, and you're probably already familiar with these tools. But the premium versions and the getting that domain connected to that email address, because it's as easy as connected, and having that official email address allows you to have that credibility, and it steps you into cybersecurity. So ultimately, you've built that credibility. So now it's about building visibility and getting that traffic up and getting people to you. Because visibility, how are people seeing you, finding you online? And just like people would look at ads, or a commercial would lead them somewhere, you want to find those places online, whether your website. I'll get into that a little bit in the next slide, but SEO is definitely going to get you that visibility. So I'm going to go is, and SEO can be a bit daunting, but it's just search engine optimization. That being said, it's just basically getting your website tight and right for Google, Ask Jeeves, Yahoo, like all of those search engines. You want them up when people are looking for something that's relevant to what you have to offer. In SEO, you don't necessarily know how to approach it, because there's three kind of general approach things that you can absolutely control, because those are on your pages. This is your web content, and off page, which is more so it's absolutely outside of your control, manipulated as far as where you show up on outside of your website. And you have technical to your website, and maybe a little bit can be scary if you don't know engineering, and this should pass off to a professional at this point, because it deals with the back end of your website. But with on-page SEO, these are things that you absolutely can do yourself. This is something that you can do now, and you can fix these things, and you're already doing these things probably, and you don't realize. You're using to what you're talking about in your posts. You're making these descriptions when you're completing these pages, title tags, the quality content that you're creating. All of this is technical, and you just don't realize it. The thing is that you're creating great content engines to relay back to whoever's looking for it, because they're just sending spiders out to find great results, and whatever's the best and most relevant result ranks the highest. And Google is the biggest one and the most relevant one, and the king. All the other Google and their updates and their standards. But by following the search optimization in the on page, you're basically just helping the sites, and you're helping your site, and you're helping your brand to rank higher, and you're getting that visibility. With off page SEO, little bit are outside of your control but you can manipulate it. And I say that to say, like, you can list your a Yelp, MapQuest, the biggest one being Google My Business. I think over 40% of that number of people use Google My Business outside of just Google. That engine in itself, similar to YouTube, that's another type of way to do local SEO. The words you're using, and depending on how you're using your channel, and the backlinks that you give other people's websites who have relevant content to you, but they have a good domain authority is ultimately what you want to build, and that's kind of that visibility that I'm talking about. But it's based that you know what you're talking about, you consistently create this content, and they should send and worthy of sending traffic to. So basically, pay-per-click is on content of all the organic content, that you're creating on your website, these ads that you would go out and make. Similar to how you make Facebook ads or Instagram ads, if you're familiar with that. So is where people get nervous, and not necessarily, but experience a little bit where you want to have that proper site speed. You don't want you don't have the time to have a slow website. People will, they'll leave your page. They'll think it's spammy. They'll just think something was wrong. Either way, you lost them at that point. And the structured data that you have and canonicalization, I kind of said that messed up, but like how you index your URLs, and basically you don't want the same links all over the place. Using social media is also a great way to really build, probably something that you're already doing. You're already probably existing on these platforms one way or the other, generating this content, though it's not content that lives on your website. It can live on your website. Again, this is a social signal that signals to, your brand is active, you're engaging with people, you have a follow, you're a part of the conversation, and they'll find you along the website. They'll find you along the site, and they'll show that to people who are going to look for your pages elsewhere. So that's a great place to start. I say with people who are trying to get their website online, because more pre-existing content, and you're able to really find and gather that content idea, place of information or resource or the best store possible, whatever the reason why social media gives you the best insights ever. It's a living place where people are what they like, what they dislike. So definitely leveraging social media is a great way to remain a relevant and valuable resource. So optimizing your may seem hard, but it's not if you just consider this the main credibility, and also creating that visibility, whether through social media and through just creating your website to be the best that it can be as far as its design. Because optimizing your website is going to optimize your brand, and it's such a huge look of how you, and you want to be able to be the best that you can be. And with all the design capabilities and the tech today too, your website can definitely not only be a function and value, but the moneymaker. Honestly, like, you can bring it in. Like, you don't have to rely on social, to rely on these Etsy shops or anything like that. You can create your own connection to the customer.
At the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Normally I podcast.
Got you. Understood. Yes, I had my computer was lagging for some reason. So yeah, but like, I usually don't be in front of no cameras. Got you, boo.
Hilarious. I was getting that little notification too, but
Hey, listen, it is what it is. We giving this information. So guys, listen, as business owners, it's very important to understand the day-to-day operations of your business. But not only that, having a visual presence out here in this world is very important. There are some businesses that can run literally off word of mouth. You don't have to have any type of web brand, no branding or anything like that, but that's not the typical business. So we always are trying to figure out ways to help business owner be more efficient and effective in what they're trying to do. Like she was saying in her notes, that funding heavily weighs on having a visual presence in the world. They are not going to just give you money. And if they do, you're going to get a ridiculous interest rate, which we don't want as business owners, because that money has to be paid back. So we are not trying to create environments where we have to come out of more money if we don't have to. Having a true marketing plan in place, including your websites and having somebody to operate that website for you, is extremely important, because as business owners, if you're not savvy at those things, then it's going to be extremely hard for you to be able to be successful at them. Me personally, like I was telling Tamara earlier, I have a background in web development, so it's easy for me to understand this stuff. But I know for the average person, please, okay. I remember when I was first learning this stuff, I was like, "What?"
Right.
So this is years of trial and error with me, to even know what I know. So what we're basically trying to do is come up with a plan for people to not have to struggle the way we did. Okay, that's the goal. We don't want you guys to get
Absolutely.
frustrated doing things that you could have help doing. So Tamara does do site engine optimization with her clients. She also offers packages for web development and for her to maintain the back end of your website. She does marketing as well, and digital content marketing. So these are some of the things that you guys need to start thinking about putting inside your budget as business owners to and it's okay to go get a free site, but who's gonna update that site when you need new pictures on there? Or
Yeah,
see, these are
that's
things
true.
that's going to take time away from you as a business owner, when you can literally just hire somebody and like hit it and forget it type thing, and not have to worry about it, and your website is running smoothly, and you don't have to worry about, oh, did I post them new pictures, did I do this, did I do that? It's already done. So and we also work with Aaron as part of our package, which is our photographer, and he gets our pictures for us and our promo videos and things of that nature, so that we can really just focus on being business owners. So we're trying to create this network, and we've created this network of professionals to make sure that your business looks professional, your brand is looking professional, and that you're doing the right things so that your business can flow freely. Okay. So, with that being said, let me go off into letting y'all know that we are running a flash sale this week for 50% off of our event. So, the event was $100. We know that is worth way more than that, but we want to give business owners the opportunity to understand, learn, and trust us, and know that we know what we're talking about. So we decided to do a 50% off flash sale. The flash sale ends on Sunday. So if you don't get your tickets, it's going back up to $100. I'm telling you that right now. This is not a let's go lower type situation. This is either you gonna get your ticket or you're not. And if you are, you're either gonna pay 50 or 100. So I would advise you to get in there and grab your
That part.
tickets, okay? We're going to be dropping all kind of nuggets. I have 5 speakers, including myself, lined up to speak to you guys in every aspect of business, from mental health to digital marketing, getting your content out here in the proper way, website formation, site engine optimization. We're going to be discussing funding, how to get your businesses set up properly so that you can get the yes when you go to the banks. We're going to be showing you how to create low 5 bank ratings so that you can go into these banks with knowing that you're going to come out with a loan or a credit line or something that's going to help you. A lot of people want to get grants. There's nothing wrong with grants. I'm going to tell you that right now. I've gotten several grants as a business owner, so we will definitely touch on grants. But grants cannot be your only means of getting money, because you have to qualify for grants. for them and win them in order for you to actually get the money. And I've gotten a lot of them. So it's kind of like you have to, it's hit and miss. So what's your backup plan if the grant doesn't come through? Are you going to use your own money, or are you going to have business credit built up so that you can get a line of credit for your business? So these are some of the things that we will be discussing at this event. And also having someone discuss to you what it means to not be afraid of your dreams. Okay, so we are going to be divorcing our fears at this event. This is an all-day event. You are going to eat good. You're going to get headshots for your website once you decide to get one, or if you already have one. For any type of media, we're going to be giving out all kind of deals on our services so that you guys can actually afford to come to us and get these services. It's not something that we're just talking about. We're able to actually help you guys get to that next level. And that's really what we are focusing on in this event. We just really want to help business owners do better and be better in the Black community and in all communities. We're not just limiting that to people of color, but I noticed that we have the most problems with running and operating our businesses effectively. So with that being said, I want you guys to look out for the flyer. It's all over social media. I share it almost every day. Click the link and get your tickets today. Okay, guys, because like I said, on Sunday, they are not going to be $50 anymore. They're going right up to that $100. Because we know that what we're about, the headshots alone are worth $100, guys. Like, period.
Right.
Like, we basically giving y'all this stuff for free. That's just real. You getting a business planner that's on my website for $100. Like, I need y'all to understand, y'all are getting some mad gifts from us as business owners. So don't miss out on this opportunity, because I promise you the next one will not be this cheap. Understand me when I tell you that.
Hear her.
Better start investing in yourself. I promise you, because as business owners, if you're not investing in yourself, you're not growing. And that's just what it is. That's why a lot of people are stagnant in business, because they're afraid. They're holding on to money. It takes money to make money, my baby. And I'm a firm believer in that. As I said in my speech earlier, I'm over 60,000 at this point in classes, mentorship, coaching, and all of this, because I'm not afraid to invest in myself. Hence the reason why I'm transitioning into a business coach and not working so hard in my other businesses, right? So you got to know where you want to be. You got to see it. You got to move forward. You know, we're all about action over here. So with that being said, I want you guys to have a wonderful night. I hope that this live was informative for you guys. Tamara B, you did an awesome job, Booski. I'm so glad you was able to join me tonight. Calm Your Mental, be sure to follow her on all social platforms. She's on my page as well. So if you see any of my flyers, she's connected to the flyer. So it's Calm Your Mental LC. And she's our web developer, okay?
Thanks for having me, and thank you for riding with me on the bumps. And I hope y'all have some nuggets and some information. And if you have any questions, feel free to my email. I'm friendly and I'll answer.
All right, sweetheart. Give us your contact. Give us a number to get to reach you, or if they have a way to
You can
contact.
find me www.commumental.com.
Spell that.
I am at Commumental on Facebook and Twitter. And you can text me, call me at 313-312-4050.
All right. Well, that is Tamara B, and this is our live for tonight. I hope you guys got some good information, and we look forward to seeing you guys on July 23rd. I want to say January, Lord, on July 23rd at Eastern Michigan. Be out there. I'm telling y'all, this is going to be an epic event. We are going to be filming it, and we're going to have a lot of great people come in and talk to you guys. So don't miss out on this event. All right. Talk to you guys later. Love ya.